Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Join me on a beautiful day. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, so back to this tank here, and I think I've just spotted the problem. So pulled off the tank top, and that pipe that I used, which wasn't the right stuff, obviously, as I said, it wasn't submersible pipe, so it's the same as the outlet pipe here. What had happened is, as you can see there, it's got a little bulge in it, so this thing had somehow sort of gone like that. It's gone all soft. So just goes to prove, you've got to use the right stuff. Looks like what's happened is fuel's got inside of, as you can see, that little split there. It looks like it's gotten inside of there and it's actually bulging up. So that's what was causing my restriction. Well, easy find, but I'm still going to check everything else in this car. Okay guys, so just want to show you what I've done here. So as I said before, I didn't have the right pipe, I didn't have submersible pipe. It looks like basically what's happened is the fuel's gotten in between the two layers. So I've got the right pipe on now. Let's see if we can get you around here. It's very bright out here today. So I've got the right pipe on. This is submersible, I think it's called J10, I can't remember the exact specification. Expensive pipe, but I've also put it so basically when this goes down, and that's like that, it's not going to kink. See, there's not going to be any kinks in that. I think maybe the way I ran the other one didn't help because it was quite tight over here, but this stuff is a lot better. As you can see, when it's up at full extent, there is a little bit of a tightness there, but when you push it down and that goes sort of like that underneath the tank, it's all going to be okay. So yeah, bit of fiddling around. I'm going to just try and make sure, keep it all round as we get it in, but I think that is the issue. Okay, so all back in. The pipe is now, what it does basically is comes up and loops around that way and comes back into a 90-degree bend thing. Now, I mean, it's hard to tell because the way these all-wheel drive tanks and pump designs are, it compresses because obviously it's a bit of a pain to get it all in here with all the breather and all the cables and everything. So I'm hoping it's right, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick my pressure tester on the end of here, and I'm just going to make sure that it is, you know, meeting pressure and that it's holding pressure. And then I've got a couple of things to tidy up underneath. Again, I pulled another couple of riv nuts out, not the same ones. See, I didn't have the tool before, so I didn't put the riv nuts in properly before, unfortunately, so some have come out. Didn't quite have them tight enough, but yeah, hopefully it's right. We'll check this out. Probably won't show you any of that because it's nice and boring, me just sticking a gauge on the end of that and putting some power. But yeah, let's get it done. Right guys, so just show you the results of that test. It's holding pressure. Seems to be holding pressure better than it was before, but I did crank it a couple of times, as you can see there. So it looks like we're all good. I mean, it did that before. So it did this before when I had the other pipe on it, exactly the same, held about 70 psi. So I think what had happened is that pipe that I used, which wasn't right, worked the first time and then failed afterwards, just with basically the fuel getting into it, I think. So yeah, I'm hopeful that this has now sorted out my issue. Right guys, as you can see, Mondeo is all sort of back together now. Tank, prop, everything's back in. Basically just need to give it a start, make sure it starts, and then put it down, go over wash and take it out for a drive. But I think that's going to be the sorting of it, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's get it down and have a look. Right guys, so I'm out and about in the Mondeo, just gonna do some testing now. First impressions seem good, but I mean, it's hard to tell without actually logging. I mean, the pressures and stuff change so quickly. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just shoot down my little test track here, my little closed road, and yeah, going to give it a third gear squirt and see what it does. So I'll call back in and let you know how it does. Right guys, so I'm just on the side over here, on the side of my little test track. I figured what I'll do, just for a bit of excitement, I will take you for a third gear run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull off from here, first, second slow, and then full throttle in third. From whatever revs I'm doing, I'll probably be doing about 2.5, maybe 3,000 revs, and then yeah, fiddle with the logging software and get it to start and stop logs when it needs to do. So yeah, I guess wish me luck, eh? Just wait for a little spot, and a little free spot here. Come on. Let's give this a go. Second gear, roll it into third, start the log, pin it. There we go. That was it. Not much drama. It did feel a little bit surgy. I think what's happening is the long and short-term fuel trims and everything are all off now, because now it's actually working. But the fuel pressure does seem right. It seems to be stepping up. Seems to be staying where I want it to be. So things look good. Although that's what I thought last time, first time out. So I am going to give it a few tests and mess about a bit with it, and hopefully, just hope that it's good. But that really does actually feel good this time. So fingers crossed. Right guys, so tests are going good, but I think I'm going to do a launch for the Lux, so why not? Let's go to this little section I got going over here. Now I have got the RPM set quite low, so it might even bog on the start, purely for just driving around. I've got it like that, so let's give it a try. Feels fast. That does feel fast. I don't know if you could hear that bang on gear change in second with the watt box. That was violent. That was very violent. I enjoy this. Alright guys, so you joined me on another day, a couple of days later. So what I've been doing, I've been taking it out for random blasts and just, you know, driving it for over half an hour at a time, letting it learn, letting it relearn. And I have actually been having some weird issues, not with the fueling. I actually wasn't getting full throttle. So I think after this test drive that I've just got on now, what it's shown me is basically it had a headache. It didn't know what was going on, and it just took some time to relearn. So I mean, I was maxing out on about 50% throttle, and now obviously left it. That was yesterday, left it overnight, came back to it and went out for a drive today, and now I've got full throttle. Well, 85%, which is full throttle. So terrible roads. So things are looking really good. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here for this little episode, and I might be a bit presumptuous, but I'm going to call it fixed, because the fuel pressure is now solid, exactly where I want it to be, and the air fuel ratio was good as well, but now I've also got full throttle. So it looks like the ECU is happy, it looks like everything's happy, everything's working together. Yeah, I'd call that a success. So guys, again, thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for all the patience, thanks for the kind words, you know. It really has helped me along. Doing the YouTube channel has also helped feed me motivation along the way, so it's been good, and I think we're finally there. We're finally ready now to put a pin in this, to say that this whole four-wheel drive conversion is officially sorted now. Obviously the project's never going to end. I'm looking on to bigger and better things already, the next sort of step in the evolution. So I've done all the chassis. I think the next step is look for power and look for lots of it. So guys, until next time, again, thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for all the support along the way. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, and always get your friends to subscribe. Could do with the subscribers. Yeah, other than that, see you hopefully soon in the next one.